Hi, I'm Rebecca with ARS Longa. Today we are here with Polly McGovern, the driving force behind the Insideout BKK project. Polly, can you tell us what is Insideout BKK?
Well, Insideout Bangkok is a city-wide street art project, and the idea behind it is that people all over the city, anybody can submit a portrait photo. It then gets blown up into a large format poster, such as the ones in front of me, and then they get sent back to the participant and they get pasted on the streets of Bangkok for everybody to see.
Okay. So the Insideout BKK project is one chapter of the larger global project,
yes.
Right? And what has Insideout BKK done so far? I know you had like an exhibition and an opening party and a thing at a school and ranks it. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, sure. Well, the Global Insideout project was started, I think, in January of last year. And this Insideout Bangkok is a collaboration with the global project. And this was started in January of this year, 2012. So what we've done, we started initially at a preschool in Ekamai, which is actually where my children go to school.
Okay.
And we went there and took some photos, and it ended up being about 85 participants, which was a huge number. And then from there it developed, and we realised that there was actually a big interest in this project, and there were a lot of people all over the city who wanted to participate. So it just kept growing and growing. And then from Ekamai, a big group of about 120 people participated in Rangsit, and now in different areas of the city there's communities that are coming together to participate in the project.
Okay, good. And you had an opening party as well, right?
We had an opening party at Attic Studios.
Okay.
And the idea behind that was just to really let people know a bit more about the project, so that people could come and see how big the posters are and really get an idea of the scale of them, because they're pretty big. If you look at them, they're pretty big. Yeah. And it just to give people an idea of what the project was all about. So we pasted the posters to the wall of Attic Studios, and we also set up a photo booth, which was a lot of fun for the party. So everybody that came on that night, they had the opportunity to go inside the photo booth and have their photo taken for that. And we have a lot of interesting footage from the party of people having fun in there. I mean, the main thing about this project is just about having fun. It's about standing up for something you believe in. It's about making a statement. It's about bringing art from the inside out for everybody. So it's not about putting elitist art inside an art gallery. It's about putting it on the streets, let everybody participate. Everybody has the opportunity to participate if they want to. If they choose not to, that's up to them. But if they want to, here's the opportunity.
Okay, great. If I understand correctly, the project, when participants submit their photo, they're capturing more than just their image in this picture, right? They're supposed to have like a concept or a statement.
Absolutely. This project is not about just the image or the photo that you submit. You need to submit your statement with that photo, and that statement can be anything at all. You know, we have groups that participate in a statement such as survival, which is about the survival of the floods in Bangkok. We have a preschool in Ekamai, and their statement is love. Okay. And then within that, everybody has their own individual statement. It's just about having fun with the project and standing up for what you believe in.
Okay. So how did you get involved and decide to sort of get behind Insideout BKK? I heard you saw the trailer online and it struck a chord with you, and you wanted to do this, right?
Yep. I mean, it's very simple. I was online one day and I came across the JR trailer, and I'm aware of JR's work. I've been following his work for a long time. I love his work. And I have a background in TV and the visual arts, so I'm very interested in his work as well. I saw the 2-minute trailer, which everybody should watch if they get the opportunity, and I was hooked. And I just thought, great idea, bring it to Bangkok, because I hadn't heard about it happening in Bangkok, and I thought, why not? Bangkok's a great city for a project like this. Yeah. Because essentially this project is about building communities, it's about bringing people together. And I think, I've lived in Bangkok for 6 years now, and I get the feeling it's a very divided city. As a lot of cities are, a lot of big cities anyway, but this is an opportunity for communities to come together. Lots of different types of communities, from the north, the south, the east, the west of the city, to come together and just do something as one.
Okay. What's next for Insideout BKK? You have some plans for pasting, right? Tell me about that.
Well, at the moment, we're still in the process of printing the posters, and people are still able to submit their photos. But in the first week of June, we're going to be pasting these posters all over the streets of Bangkok. And that's not as crazy as it sounds, because we will be doing it with permission, but it will be, it's a big project as well. And I estimate there'll be around 500 posters that we'll be putting over the city, and it will be in different communities in the city. So, for example, the Rangsit group that I mentioned earlier, they will be putting it up on their factory walls in the streets of Rangsit. We'll have it in other areas, and we'll also have some prominent sites, probably in the Sukhumvit area, where people, especially those who are participating as individuals, will be able to go and paste their own images. But all of the locations haven't been confirmed yet, so as the locations is confirmed, there'll be emails sent out and they'll be put up on the Facebook page so people can come along and join. One crucial thing about Insideout Bangkok is that the participant is meant to paste their own image, and that's very important. You don't just have your photo taken and submit your statement and somebody else paste it. You're meant to paste your own image if you can. For example, this guy is from the Klong Toi area, so this poster will be returned to him, and he will then go and paste it himself with his statement.
Okay. So logistically, if people want to join this project, which we hope they do, how should they go about doing that?
The best way to get in touch is to have a look at our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/InsideOutBangkok, or to email me directly at insideoutbangkok@gmail.com.
Okay.
I would also recommend that people look at the global website, which is insideoutproject.net, and then they get a better understanding and feel of the project.
Okay, great. So as far as locations, how did you choose some of the specific locations where you'll be pasting as a group, and can you talk about the logistics of that a little bit?
Fundamentally, a lot of the locations have come about through the community groups themselves. So a lot of the community groups are using their own buildings to paste on. For example, one factory that's participating, they're going to use the exterior walls of their factory to paste on.
Okay.
Some of the schools are putting it up on the school grounds, just in the streets, that sort of thing. But then where it gets a bit trickier is when the individual people participate, because they don't have a building to put it up on. But that's not a problem, because I'm in touch with a lot of groups here and trying to get people to donate buildings. So before June, I will let people know where we have the permissions to paste, and people can decide for themselves what area they want to paste in. There's not going to be a huge number of locations, but there'll be enough for people to choose from. And that information will be sent out by email and put up on the Facebook page.
Okay.
And if anybody wants to donate their building, then I also urge them to get in touch, because it would be great. You know, it doesn't, a small building, large building, it can even be just a window. A window big enough to hang a poster like this would be great. We are looking for people to donate their buildings.
Okay, so we're looking for participants and donations of locations. Okay.
And one thing I want to point out is that these posters, when we paste them, it's actually just flour and water that they go up with. So there's no PVC glue, there's nothing that's going to cause any long-term damage to a building or destroy the paintwork. So they can go up and they can be taken down very easily, and you'll never know that they were there.
Okay, great.